right, remember, I'm your doctor. And you have to think of and refer to me as such. Otherwise, you'll experience a normal state of cognition. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. When I snap my fingers, we'll begin, all right?
Yeah.
You want to talk about your job?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, I like that job. And now I won't ever be able to get it back again. I mean, I got discounts on everything. CDs, DVDs, whatever I wanted, you know?
And that's what was important to you.
Well, they were things to pass the time with.
Do you feel responsible for the loss of your job?
Of course.
I see. What about your family? Is everything okay?
Guess. I mean, how well can your family be doing when both of your parents think that their kid's a failure? Living at home at 25 isn't usually something that makes mom and dad proud.
I'm sure your parents aren't disappointed in you. Maybe they're just trying to motivate you. You think that's a possibility?
I don't think scorn works as a motivational tool, Doctor. It just plants little seeds of contempt.
What were you like as a boy?
I don't know. Normal, I suppose. I mean, my mommy didn't beat me or anything, if that's what you're getting at.
That's not what I'm getting at. I asked you to describe what your life was like when you were younger. Now, can you remember anything specific?
All right, don't push me. I remember always wanting to get the prize at the bottom of the cereal box. You remember that? But you would always find out that there was a catch. Just send in 20 more of these here box cuttings and we'll get you your very own piece of plastic crap that you'll play with for a day and then forget about completely.
Do you want to talk about your sentence?
Ooh, I think that topic has talked itself out.
Confronting your problems can be a healthy thing, Drew.
Yeah. My dad always tells me that.
Maybe he has a point. Did you have a reason for wanting to do the thing that you did?
Well, why does anyone do that sort of thing? I was desperate.
I don't think that's an accurate description. You had a place to live, you weren't going hungry, you had a job. I don't think that makes you desperate.
I don't know. Maybe I was desperate for a change. Did you ever think of that one, Doc? I make $8.50 an hour. I still live with my parents, and I'm a college dropout. Where the hell am I supposed to go from there, huh? You people just expect me to paste a smile on my face every goddamn day and say, hey, thanks for buying that TV, and make sure you come back for another one in a couple of years. Don't you worry. I'll still be right here.
In my records, it says you were a good student in high school and in your first semester and a half of college. So don't think you can trick me into believing that you were cursed into some lower middle-class lifestyle and there's nothing you can do about it. Tell me, why did you drop out of college?
I didn't want to trick myself. I didn't want to trick myself into thinking that life would be that easy. College life is a hoax. And taking those classes would not have made finding or getting a job any easier.
You are telling me that you dropped out of college because it wouldn't prepare you for the real world? So what, your recent actions were inevitable?
Maybe. I guess that just depends on the kind of person you are.
What kind of person are you?
I don't think I figured that one out yet.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to when you were young. Can you give me broader brushstrokes? For instance, what memories do you have of your parents?
You know, when you're driving in your car and you see that your blinkers have lined up with someone else's. They only stay like that for a few seconds because you know in a moment or two that they will both be ticking away at their own inner workings again.
Yeah. So you feel you and your parents are out of sync?
Not on the same page, more or less.
All right. Well, what leads you to that conclusion?
Well, My dad was always at the office when I was younger. Now, I guess he figured that I could raise myself better than he would. But I do remember always looking forward for those moments when my dad would come home and I would get in a few quality seconds of playtime. But eventually, I just stopped wanting that attention after a while. Stopped caring if I got it or not. And my mom, oh my mom, she always had her tea friends over, just gushing away at me whenever I would show my face. You know, the standard comments on how much I had grown in the days that they had last seen me. You know, I always saw the way that she was trying to impress them. And I don't know why or what she thought that was going to get her.
So you don't think your parents did a good job of raising you?
Did I say that? No. I'm not going to be one of those people who blames everything on their parents, because that's just bullshit. They did a fine job, I guess. They told me all the things they were supposed to tell me. Made sure I do my chores, answer the phone politely. The works, really.
But what if your father had spent more time with you? Or what if your mother had paid more attention to you than she did her friends? Would that have changed anything?
Doubt it. The point is, I made a mistake. I made a mistake of listening to the wrong people. I made that error in judgment, not my mom, not my dad.
What if your father had given you more? What if he had fought to find out what was going on, tried to talk to you? He could have made you see what you were doing was wrong. He could have shown you that where you were going with that was...
Listen, doctor, do you really think that if my father had just shown a little more interest in me, that I wouldn't be in this situation? Our mistakes are our own, no one else's. A farmer's son can become an astronaut. A banker's wife can leave him if she wants to. We all have the power to make those kinds of decisions. And we have to realize that the choices we make in this lifetime are our own. Listen, I could play the blame game all day if that's what you want. But I'm not stupid. And at the end of the day, those are the kind of people who do that sort of thing because they're too stupid to realize that they're the ones responsible for going to jail or making their lives a hell that they don't enjoy living. They go their entire lives being miserable, and it's their own damn fault because they're too stupid to realize that they could just turn it all around if they could take one honest look at their life. Now, I wish I had done that.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm going to turn on the game, and when you hear the ref make a call, you're going to wake up, and you will have no memory of this session, all right? All right, sit up.
What happened?
You fell asleep.